This Spectating Randoms is a series where we kind of look at players, how they start the game, in the middle of the game, and end the game, and play different depending on the individual situation. This guy's gotten the action right away. Look at that bunny hop. Luckily, this guy was able to use the stim to effectively outplay that person because of the audio. And we'll kind of see how people play. Obviously, this is a little bit more of a hot spot. We'll see how the balloons come into play. There's so many different mechanics that they added with Season 2. Obviously, there's still some issues with bugs. There are a lot of workarounds, so try to stay up to date on those if there's particular issues that you're struggling with. I know a lot of people have the graphical one. There's specific settings that resolve like 90% of people's issues. Just a matter of following which ones are going to be the best for that. So this guy's scouting the area. You can still see the gunfire. These people are down low. You can see the little downed arrow or down chevron on those individual characters. This person did get a scab, so we'll see if that ends up helping them out. There's not really much you could buy in Vanguard Royale. Literally, the money is almost pointless because you can't buy UAVs. You can't buy a loadout until the first loadout spawns. But that loadout spawns way sooner. So if you want to get your loadout guns, you can get that. They've modified a lot of the different perks. Oop, gas grenade. Get the heck out of there. You don't know where it's from. And you get the hip fire. Oh my God. Damn. Clutch. Just a heads up, this video does have a sponsor segment, which we'll do right now. Today's video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the best mobile games around, and we're going to be going over my top 5 champions as well as tons of news and content coming to Raid Shadow Legends. So these are my top 5 champions. We got War Maiden. I like her because she can go ahead and attack multiple players at once. This is Jawrug, and he acts as a tank for the party. This is Shaman. She has a multi-attack and is able to revive teammates. This is Gallic, my first ever champion. He's all-around good. And this is Delver, my #1 champion, super powerful and also has a multi-attack. And there's always a ton of new things in raids. This month they have the fresh rotation of the Brutal Hydra boss and a ton of events and tournaments every single day, including some special Valentine's Day's events where you can get your hands on a brand new legendary champion. This is the best time to get started in raid, and if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen, you'll get cool bonuses. We're talking a free epic champion, Rector Draft, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, along with 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get into the game. And all this treasure will be waiting for you here at the top right of the screen. Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Welcome back. So this guy got a little bit of a gunny on him. Started with 4 kills, already level 32, which is pretty solid considering the season just refreshed and the leveling is kind of slow at the beginning. This guy, it says he only has a 1.31, which I'm surprised by. I thought their KD would be a little bit higher. They only have 131 matches, so I wonder if this is like an alt account. This guy got the gunny on right now. That doesn't make no sense. Yeah, I double checked it. What's he gonna get for loadout? All right, Cooper with an MP40, rocking quick fix with the footprints they could watch and overkill. So missing an opportunity there. Let's see if they die to explosives. Or have a weapon swapping issue because they're not rocking amp. Although this gun did get buffed, this is not necessarily the gun I would use for ultimate long range because the bullet velocity is still a little bit weak on the gun because the overall meta build doesn't maximize bullet velocity, and the one that does has too slow of a fire rate that you actually do not have a really good TTK. So I would stick with other guns. I think this is best suited as a sniper support, which I talked a little bit about in my breakdown video of the top 10 loadouts, and expanded on with the power rankings of certain classes. So they're just kind of just peeking the area. They don't really have an idea what's going on. Sitting on 12k, I would expect that most of the players that we're going to spectate at some point should have large sums of money. Should be working on getting the gas mask, getting ammo boxes, armor boxes, maybe precision, those types of utility, which will allow you in different elements of the game. Especially in this case, throwing knives are a little bit unnecessary. I don't know if they have that locked over from when they play Rebirth Resurgence because you use that to down players. In this, you're not really going to be thirsting all that much. If somebody's self-reviving, it's usually a 1v1. And, you know, you have enough ammo in the mag because a lot of times you could down 2 to 3 players, then start worrying about thirsting with the ammo capacities here. They're just checking out the area. No heartbeat sensor to figure out, you know, if anyone's in the area. You just got to rely on mostly audio cues and then try and rotate early so you can visualize when people are crossing in the open. The zone was fairly big. It includes most of the map. We'll see if they utilize any balloons to get out of here. They're kind of weird camping it out a little bit. There's a vehicle there. A couple vehicles on the outside if they want to utilize those to rotate. I really don't know their game plan though. Contract's over in 20 seconds. Maybe they grabbed the wrong one. He's going to head to the buy station and we'll see what they get. Could have worked towards a balloon. Now, oops, he's getting beamed from behind. It's all good though. That guy doesn't look like he has a good shot or has a really weak gun. I don't know if they'll send it towards him. Looks like the broken line of sight. Looks like he got another loadout. He's probably going to go ahead and rock Ghost. Let's see if they change up the perks. Keeping in mind that your perks do not stack. So if you get 3 different perks, it's not like you have a different set of 3 perks. Whatever the new loadout is, those are the 3 perks you get. And they decided to go with Quick Fix, Still the Footsteps, and Ghost, and still rocking those. So they ended up getting fully loaded. So they end up restocking that ammo. So it looks like they're good to go. And then now they have double stim and double throwing knife. Ghost is like really worthless in this mode, in my opinion. There's not really a lot of UAVs going around. People aren't using heartbeat. You'd be much better off with high alert or even one of the other ones that maybe, I don't know what the heck, restock? You know, I don't know. He got 5 kills though. So we'll see how he plays it out. I don't really expect them to win. They seem like they're having a really good game considering their KD is much lower than this average right now. So the vehicles, obviously, they're good for the mobility, especially with the buffs to the vehicles to make them move a little bit faster, turn a little bit better, and less likely to run into objects and get stuck. So they are good options, but they will highlight where you're at. And obviously someone who's ghosted is trying to do everything they can to stay off the minimap. I still would try to get a little bit more cash, which I think that's what they're doing to potentially get a precision or a cluster that can help you with late game rotations. Cool. Get the stopping power ammo or whatever you call it now. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I'm going to call it stopping power gas ammo. And that stuff's actually pretty solid. What the heck? Why did it pull the shoot there? They changed the mechanic where you're able to pull shoot closer to the ground and break it closer to the ground. So it should lead to some of those types of instances as well. So moving from cover to cover, no really way of knowing who's in this area. So this scab should allow them to get a little enough more money, maybe to get munitions in case they want to utilize stims, or like I said, armor box in case they get into long range engagements for a while. There it is, just moving across. The lobby's down to 45 players and he starts getting beamed. Good little gunny there. Little bit of an advanced movement there with the little, he kill traded him with flame rounds. So good trade there. Rain kills Call Me. Oh, so we get him spectating Rain still because nobody killed him and he got destroyed. Guess he didn't get his revenge in the gulag. They got the 1v1, a fair one. He ends up turning on the guy and ends up getting gunned. So we'll see this guy now. So this guy is back and let's see. So that guy's out the lobby. So he has a 1.36 as well. So a little bit of a sweatier lobby. I know that's not a particularly high KD, but for back-to-back players to be above average, anything above like a 1.1 is well above average when it comes to Battle Royale. He doesn't look like he's had a win in a while. He got second place earlier today. So he comes back. He's going to be able to get a decent amount of loot. That's all that guy's guns. Now he's going to go loot his own body. Damn, we really could have watched that guy go all the way for a while there. So there's a PPSH build. This looks most like a hipfire-ish build, which can be good and bad at the same time. I know a lot of people are starting to jump on the PPSH bandwagon because so much other stuff got nerfed. But we talked about this video not too long ago, or this weapon, where it is a monster in the hipfire. It's TTK. It's basically #1. As long as you're able to get within that first damage range because the rate of fire is so fast, like 1200, 1300. But cruising through, the lobby's still holding pretty intact. I think because the zone is so large. One thing with these that a lot of people don't realize is when they were at the first zone, like right when you were landing in, they would actually have a rare chance of spawning in a loadout. So that's how people were actually able to acquire the loadout drop before the first zone or before the first loadout drop came in prior to this update. When anytime you had those, I think 1 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or however many there are, only 1 has a loadout drop. So the odds of you getting that consistently would be very low. All your team would have to split, open it. Oh, we got a loadout. Now we need to converge. It's not really practical as a strat, but I don't know if they still have them, but they did have them when they were at the beginning of the zone. So it still stayed in. Obviously, there's now underground areas in these specific areas that you can only see when you're zoomed out a little bit further. We zoom in closer, I guess, to keep the HUD a little bit clearer. This guy did buy another loadout. He did end up with his gun, so we're going to be able to see their perk 2 of choice, which is going to either be Ghost. But I think High Alert is a little bit better, especially if people are going to be running more EOD now, or maybe Cold-Blooded. I don't know. Cold-Blooded would counter that, so you get in a tricky situation. I don't know if this guy had Cold-Blooded. He doesn't have Cold-Blooded. He has EOD, High Alert, and then the Combat Recon. But the thing is if the other guy, the first guy, decided to get High Alert instead of Ghost, he would have known this guy was looking at him and probably been able to turn, recognize, and win that gunfight, because he still won the gunfight, having to turn on the guy. So that tells me this guy's shot isn't the greatest, but still good enough to make things happen. Cruise across, right on the edge of the map. It's kind of smart, just to have a little bit low profile. No one expects you to be on this side of the map. But in terms of awareness, moving around the map gets a little bit tricky without UAVs, without heartbeat sensors. I would be trying to focus on contracts that'll utilize that, and big game bounties are probably still the way to go if you feel a little bit more aggressive. That's what I would do. You really don't have recons on this side of the map, although recons could be good, so you can rotate early and then find out where the zone is, because a lot of times the battle royales is more about just rotating early. And if you know where the zone ends, then you can take the power position within that zone. And generally, the person who has the power position will likely win those gunfights, because you have cover, you have different angle, whatever. You're set up to succeed. Probably get the supply run here and then rotate up buy station. I don't know if they'll make it there in time. They are pinging that.
Vendor there. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Yep, vendor's there. See, and what's funny is if he did grab this one, it might pull here or pull here, but either way, he's got to get there so he can take advantage of the fire sale. Only thing they can really get out of this is probably munitions or an armor box. They already have the cluster. They can get a self-revive. And the self-revive's free, and I think it's 800 for the munitions. So let's see if they get both of those things and find out where the next rotation is. Yeah, and this, without a UAV, without a heartbeat sensor, I would probably play more campy in general and focus on getting recons initially and then just rotate early, play passive, and get a win. If you're really just looking for wins. Wins in Warzone really aren't that hard to come by because they have systems in place to make it easier regardless of skill level. And if you're above average player, you can utilize those things and take advantage. I don't know if the guy saw the glass broken. I think he was going to stop at the buy, but this guy broke the glass. I think he should have avoided breaking the glass, and he probably would have been able to shoot that guy as they got out. Working towards the little item here. He didn't grab it. These are very reckless to grab too sometimes, because if you have to, you can, but where they go is a lot of times they could be stolen by a teammate or like the enemy players. So he's just following this Jeep slowly on foot. The guy just got out a little bit of a weird spot. He's going to take the balloon. I don't know if he's going to... Oh. It's weird. He's right next to the vehicle. So there's some little... Oh, there he is. He was in the window. He was in the window. You can see him in the window. He's in the window. There, the window that you just looked at. He's in there to the left. He was in the middle of your screen, bro. Don't get in the vehicle by accident. He's on the left window. Not that one. It was in the other one. So I don't know if he's still there. So an aggressive player uses stim, closes the distance, aggroes the guy. A passive player just waits until they get out of the building because they have to rotate and then shoots him in the back. Those are the two different ways people play. He's trying. He's got to zoom out though. I say, oh, well, oh, he might get that there. STG build coming in. Why are you doing this? Okay. Don't finish the gunfight. You know the guy has to rotate because the gas. You should have waited till he was going to rotate, kill him, and then jump the balloon. Maybe this is 200 IQ strat going super far, but Like, where do you think the guy's going to go? We did see a balloon strat, though. Can't really see the zone. Will that guy go for the balloon? I don't know if the guy knows you left, though. And with the balloon, he can go anywhere on the map. You got to zoom out, bro. You're losing too much FOV with the high zoom optic. Oh, there he is. Rotating across. He might have saw you. He's sniping you. Oh, no. Get out of there. He called in a precision. And we saw the precision because the guy showed up as a red dot with the chevron. So that guy wasted that precision. This has been a long battle. We're down to 15 players. He's just running. He does have high alert, but as a spectator, we won't be able to see the little things pop up on the screen. So if he just turns rapidly to a certain angle, we'll have to assume that's what is popping up on the screen. You can find out how many people are in this area by looking at your loadout. Usually it's going to spawn around that outside ridge on zone 5 like it used to before it got all the bugs or whatever. And this guy should be coming in. Does that look like him? Yeah, it looked like he was on the overside of the ridge. Is he coming up? What are you staring at, bro? You got to zoom out. That optic, that's the only thing I don't like about it. Even though it does give good visibility in certain situations where because you can get that 6x zoom. I think the 2.5 is just more versatile unless you get into those really long range engagements where it's hard to spot people. It zooms in so much that you're kind of tunnel vision and it's hard for you to see what's going on. Oh, there he is. Nice, he spotted him. Easy, got him on the tack sprint. And he potatoed the second half of the shots. I thought he was for sure going to destroy him. There he is. Nice. Dead, dead, dead. And potatoes the shots. Yeah, STG should have very little recoil. It's not a high skill weapon. There he is. And you might die. Okay, nice. That's the optic. He should have been zoomed out that whole time. That guy's going to probably die to the gas. Just don't get shot in the back. He has high alert on, so he'll be able to turn. Still 8 players left. He hasn't got the kill. Where'd the guy rotate? Dope, there he is. See, the high zoom was a problem. You should have zoomed out a long time ago. Yeah, the guy has nowhere to move. He's relying on a snipe. Just pre-fire it. There it goes. Nice. Just keep firing it. Keep firing it. Because if he peeks, he has to die. He has to come out of the gas. So that worked out really well. Oh, you're getting shot at. You got to get behind cover here. You do have a gas mask, so you do have something to work with. But getting to cover is essential here. And there's a lot of good rocks on this ridge. I would probably go to the left rock or right in front of him to the left. So he can actually get a vantage point on the right and the left. Right now, he only has this, and he has to come out this way, so super predictable. But behind that rock right there, could have got a little bit of visibility on both sides and been able to rotate. Is working the edge here, but like I said, you lose a lot of visibility there. If the person decides to chase, this zone is a little bit weird. Somebody's probably in this building on the left, so they're going to be rotating most likely across. Oh, they were in this building and this building. You might get third-partied here and survive. Get away. Are you one shot? You are. Plate up. Those are your last 3 plates. Too bad they focused on the Jeep earlier instead of getting into an armor box. Because the armor box would have been super clutch now. You just clustered yourself. People are like, what's going on? Nice. This person needs a lower recoil gun. There it goes. They look clean on that one. Let's clutch it up, bro. Let's get it. So you know there's one to the right. There's another one down here. Don't get tunnel vision. You can third party. There's still a lot of people. Just be aware that somebody is likely inside that house. You still have a gas mask to work with. Hopefully you can loot this guy to get his plates. Nope, no plates. 3 players left. There they're fighting. 2 players left after that guy gets down. There should be 1 still to the left. How that guy didn't get down? Oh, there he is. He's running across. So we know the one on the left. You're in a good spot. They might not see where you're at. Just don't fire. Don't fire. Don't fire. That guy's not clear. You're not. He's going to get behind cover the second you shoot him. And you got rotation. There it goes. You get him. Get him. Oh, get him when he gets to the left. Oh, I was hoping you get him on the more on the left. You got him here. Don't tunnel vision. The guy's on the right. He has to rotate. Reload, reload, reload. Reload, reload, reload. They still got to rotate. You're in an okay spot. Get up the hill. Stim play. Go ahead and stim it. So you can get there a little bit faster. There's still a balloon in play. It's a 1v1. 1v1. There it is. For the win right here. You're in a really good spot. They got to come up the hill to you. Just go ahead and get a good angle down. And you should be able to catch him in rotation. There he is. He's on the bottom. He's going to get trapped. He knew where you were. Holy. The guy's still got to come up. There he is. He's down low. He called in a precision. Oh, that sucked. He died. We knew it was going to happen. GG's. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate the support. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.